What's going on, guys? Bring up my clips folder. Yeah. Alright, so what the heck is the rotation right now? Urchin, bluefin, that's fun. Ranked is true. Ooh, okay. Okay. Alright, yeah. It's not bad. Ah. This quality's pretty good. It's Starbucks, oh no. I can feel my hipster wings growing. Alright, so Rainmaker, really fun. Things a little bit weird. Probably paint as well as I usually do, but I'll get a lot of time to get up here anyway, so they go with it. That's not good. Oh, that's how we start the day. Jumping in. Nintendo has personally assured me that I do have teammates. He's still there. Good boy. Where'd this guy go? It's just here somewhere. I think I jumped out. Like, I wasn't even in danger and he jumped out. It is nice when people just overreact to being disrupted. That's Swiffery. Ah! Hello to everybody, by the way. So chat hasn't been active yet. There's a Swiffer there somewhere. Good things. Oh, there's something else too. Alright, at least it's alright then, I guess it's okay that I didn't bubble this. Just used like a million specials. I wonder what exactly it is that's just completely obliterating my team. poke onion high. I was close to bubble, wasn't I? Alright, so we're actually pushing the remake more than one of this. This is new. We haven't done this yet. Kill me a suction bomb? So this guy's pushing left. Our teammates were terrible. Just get playing solo queue. Yo, what up, Wax? How you doing, dude? Yeah. You're up early. Actually, I don't know if this is early for you. You're gonna play heavy. Not really, because I didn't have any leader. Pretty good. I'm doing alright. A little bit groggy, but Thursdays are my Fridays, so I'm gonna get to, you haven't slept? Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure, like, I see you up pretty late streaming and stuff, so I assumed you're more nocturnal. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. School year started, which doesn't really affect me that much, it's just I get a little bit busier, but, like, I work at school, I don't go to school, so my schedule, like, hasn't changed. Although I'm gonna get, since I have, like, less hours from one of my jobs, I'm getting more hours in something related. So it's like, in the end, I'm gonna have about the same hours. It's just I have 3 jobs instead of 2, which is weird, but it's all like the same, like 2 people that end up being involved in all the jobs. It's weird. Working at a school is weird. Everything's like so particular and technical. You have to like jump through all these hoops to get like a little bit less hours than a regular job. You still playing Overwatch? Do I get paid more? I get paid different amounts from all the jobs. I think that, actually, I don't know. It depends, honestly. I can get paid more or less depending on how much I want to work. Because this is going to be more like, okay, I can work blah, 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 blah. So if I decide to work more, I'll get paid more. If I decide to work less, I'll get paid less. All that's not good. I'm done. Play Rush for fun? Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough. I still play some Overwatch from time to time, I just don't have it on Xbox, so I can't like play with you. Still playing this game competitively. We're doing some new stuff with our team right now. So like we didn't like split into 2 teams, like we're still the same team. And there's not too much changing, it's just that we have a lot of people, so we kind of have like a system for when there's a lot of people on, we split into like 2 groups that are kind of like similar, have similar playstyles and mentalities kind of thing, whereas like normally we still just kind of play how we did before. It's just that like we have a lot of times where a tournament comes up and we have like 8 people that would play, but like usually what happens during a tournament is you set in to a group of 4. So now that we have like 2 teams, that when we have a bunch of people on, we can like make sure everybody gets playtime. I don't know if the scene's growing. It's definitely not getting smaller. I'd say it might be getting a little bit smaller right now, not because less players, but because people just started playing in school, so like the people are a little bit less active, and then they'll start getting active again once their semesters settle in. I think that's kind of like normal, just for gaming in general. Yeah, it's still alive. This game's pretty, the community in this game is pretty persistent, so. How many teams per tournament? Let's see. I mean, the last ones that we had were both pretty major tournaments. With like 50 teams. Actually, no. Inkstorm had like 64 teams, I think. I think Inkstorm filled up, or it was like short by like a very small amount. Whereas, like a random weekend tournament will have like 16 to 32 teams maybe. And the more important tournaments will get up to 50, which isn't bad. We also, we have a little bit of boost right now because Nintendo is doing this thing in Europe, where, unfortunately you have to be from Europe. You can't be a part of it unless... Yeah, you can't be a part of it unless you're from Europe, but they're doing like a tournament where the finals, like, semifinals and finals take place on land. They tried something in Germany and it was a bit of a success. The only problem is the settings are like really stupid. Well, it's not the settings are stupid. They don't. It's not necessarily that they're changing the settings. It's just that the Nintendo, when they do events, they have these special Wii U's that use wired gamepads so they don't interfere with each other, because that could be a problem when you have like 100 Wii U's all in the same place. In fact, it starts being a problem after like 30. But hey, nice lead, teammate. But because it's these special Wii U's, you can't use your save files on them, so nobody can get their gear, which is kind of important. And the way they do that is just everybody has like level 0 gear, so you only get like part of the benefit, which is like a little bit weird. But and then also, so the way that we do, yeah, Nintendo is promoting the competitive scene. That's the cool part about it. It's just the settings they're using are a little bit strange. And also, the other thing is that the way that we do maps in this game is the tournament organizer uses a randomizer to, like, you know how like in Halo it's like they have like the 11 game types or whatever, and you just play them in the order you're supposed to. We sort of do that, but we mix in all the game types, and there's like 2 or 3 game types that the maps aren't perfectly symmetrical. So like in Grand Finals we don't just don't use those 3 particular game types. It's not really a big deal. But you have to play what you're told, sort of like in Halo. Whereas the way Nintendo's doing it for these tournaments is they let pretty much like the lower seed team picks a map and game type, and then then you go back and forth picking a game type. So what ends up happening is every team just has their favorite map, and they just pick their favorite map over and over again. So it's like there's like no variety, and it doesn't like it. Like, we tried to avoid doing that because a lot of the tournament organizers for this game were from Smash at first, so like everybody tried to make like counter picking and banning and all this stuff, and it was just like really dumb because we just played the same couple game types over and over again, like the same couple maps over and over again. And the way that we fixed that was doing it sort of like Halo, but it randomizes all the maps. So the fact that they're not doing what the community standard has been for a year is a little bit weird. And then Grand Finals is a different game, pretty much. So I don't know, it's something we wish that wouldn't happen. And also, like, the commentators don't really know anything about the game, and it's kind of cringy. Like they call things by like Counter-Strike and Call of Duty names, and they misunderstand the game types and stuff. Oh man, I couldn't die. Yeah, Nintendo of America doesn't care about us. Nintendo of Japan holds tournaments, and Nintendo of Europe is holding tournaments, but Nintendo of America is, I don't know. That being said, Nintendo of America has been actually promoting our tournaments. They just haven't like done our own tournaments. Yeah, exactly, Dylan. And it's really bad in this game because there's a lot of maps. Well, there's not a lot of maps, but there's a good number of maps. But then, like, you have literally 2 that get chosen. And clearly what's happening from Nintendo of Europe, because they're partnered with ESL. And clearly what's happening is they pretty much, like, asked the Counter-Strike team, or whatever, like, hey, here's another shooter, run tournaments. So they grabbed a bunch of Counter-Strike casters and they just slapped a bunch of Counter-Strike rules on it, and then just had everybody play that without really any like understanding what the game is. And you can tell, like, when the casters are playing, they'll like for example, this game type is like assault. You bring this thing to the enemy base. The casters were like, oh, it's capture the flag, you got to bring it to your base, which is like the opposite, and they got like confused why people were rushing forward. It was cringy. Yeah, exactly. Like in Smash, it's like you're picking stages based on the character matchup, and it's like, okay, like we have this like picking and banning system to make it so the stages are fair for the characters being played, but the loser does get a little bit of an advantage if anyone's going to get an advantage, kind of thing. Whereas like in shooters, it's like the equivalent of banning stages in Smash in a shooter is banning like weapons and characters. People don't understand that. Yeah, it was really cringy, Dylan. And the annoying part about it is that like commentators like me and Eirik and the other like, you know, known members of the community like have reached out to these guys like, hey, like fly us out and we'll commentate this game, like, you know, like have a conversation with us and we'll explain like what the community does for settings and stuff, but they kind of just don't. ESL just hasn't really listened to us. Like, I don't know what the situation is. I mean, like, they follow us on Twitter and like our posts and stuff like that, but they don't really like talk to us. Who actually stream lane every game? Yeah, stuff like that. I could see that being a problem for like certain characters. Yeah, and it was like that. The first tournament that we had like stage banning and stuff like that, and it just went. Oh man, this is really bad. It just went really horribly. Team's out of position. Hey Jackie, what's up? Like, it went really horribly. Like, the same maps got chosen over and over again. You know, the same, and they banned. There's 3 game types. Well, there was 3 game types at the time. Now there's 4. We don't use one of them because it's not competitive. And what the tournament did, it was like both teams got to ban one game type. So what would happen was, of the 2 competitive game types, the team would be good at one or the other, right? And then, oh boy. A team would be better at one or the other. So one team would ban the other team's game type, and then the other team had to decide if they were going to play the other team's game type or play the non-competitive game type. So they all went to the non-competitive game type because it didn't give the other team an advantage, and it was like a shit show. And then it was on the same map over and over again. And for those of you who know Splatoon, it was Turf War got picked every game. And that tournament single-handedly got Turf War removed from the tournaments. Oh god, what did I get stuck on there? Ah, nah, that's impossible to win. Even if I killed him, I wouldn't have time to pick it up. Just walk up and die. I might play Carbon here or something. Am I losing every game? Yeah, they probably do have a separate social media team. Well, like, when it gets to big companies like that, it's hard to understand. Oh, we had a DC. That explains it. Oh. Alright, well, I guess I'm playing again. But yeah, I mean, this, you know, complaining about like official support aside, like, this community is self-sufficient anyway. Like, we don't need Nintendo to keep existing. I mean, the community itself has enough of a population. There's tournaments every weekend. There's multiple tournaments now. Like, we went from a little while only having like a tournament a weekend. Now it's at a point where like there's a significant tournament every weekend, and then a bunch of smaller ones that are like also have like at least 16 teams sign up. So like, there's competitive play. They're gonna start another season of like the big league, which will probably start to push down some tournaments, which I think shouldn't exist. Oh yeah, it helps a ton if Nintendo gets involved. And there's a ladder site being developed. I'm like involved in it. I just hope it gets actually released sooner than later. It's hard to tell, but right now we have tournaments, and then we have like a league system where like you have to play every weekend and stuff. But what it does is it just competes with tournaments, and players have to choose between the league and tournaments. So it's not good for the scene. That's why I want that ladder site to come out instead. Oh. Well, you know what I mean. Like, we don't need Nintendo running tournaments. We don't need Nintendo supporting the competitive scene for it to exist, really. Like, we're still going to be able to. You will still be able to join the team, practice, you know, have fun, have like, you know, an actual community, all that stuff. There's enough going on for you to be fulfilled by playing, if that makes sense. I mean, like, the population's strong enough, the scene is active enough, the players are good enough, etc. Some tournaments have prizes. The prizes usually aren't that big, you know what I mean? The LAN tournaments, the few that there are, have prizes. And there's been a couple small ones since we've done like the big one in Chicago. Let's get this bubble. There's some Hitzel with it. Yeah, I mean, most tournaments are free to enter, no prize money, but like your wins go towards like a kind of a community seeding system, which is what most people are playing for. Tournaments with prizes are a little bit rarer, and they ask for pretty much like a tournament with prize money. Like a tournament that you have to pay for with prize money is kind of considered a major. Oh my god! All right, we need to make sure that something crazy doesn't happen right here. Go. Instantly on top of that. You have to die to stop picking up in that situation. There's no other choice. Play Smash soon? Okay. Definitely. Didn't bubble again. Bubble again. So, a little bit of map control here, your bubble, this guy's gonna Kraken. Or you can just die, that's good too. I was about to say, right, I'm actually gonna use my bubble this time. I think I die with my bubble, like, almost every life. We'd probably have a lead if I just didn't die with bubble one time. So I was looking at my Discord, there's some weird stuff there. Let's get out of this lobby, let's play a different weapon. There's been this theme of Coffee with Hitzel where I literally lose every game, and then I play off stream and do great. It's like, cool, let's go on stream and try it. And I just lose. Let's do a little bit of this. So sub-saver volume. So actually, let's not do that. Let's frame sub-saver. Then we need bomb range damage. Bam! This is a really ugly build. Let's go with this. Wait, I think I have different shoes. Yeah, we'll do these. Marijuana calls flat zone. I mean, Jet is like... I mean, Jet is obviously inferior to things like 96 and other, you know, more staple wall weapons, but the fact that it has such range makes it like actually pretty, I don't want to say easy, but you can definitely make use of those walls. Just because you have you can put up the wall and then you have so much room to just back up, which is like really awesome because you can do like some pretty convincing stuff. Alright, so let's see how much better Carbon Roller treats us in this rotation right now. Let's say there's no one in the right. Sniper shot goes buzzing over my head. Clip that one. Pave the way for you. Actually, okay, I'll just flank. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I mean, I throw a lot of bombs, so I should be good at them. Oh, that was a fail. Shouldn't have Zuka there. just weren't out of her base, I can't tell. I totally would like a game where like we can actually leave our spawn and aren't just subject to this the whole time. I could go splatter shot, but actually, yeah, I should go splatter shot. This is not a bad rotation for splatter shot. Try that next. I would just like a game where this isn't my life. Enemy team colored map. Teammates dying constantly. No map control to be able to do anything. I mean, like, complaining isn't the most fun thing ever, but still. For my sake, I'd like to have fun. Ugh. Now let's try splatter shot though. Let's give it a try. It's actually not a bad splatter shot rotation at all. I should have the right set, yeah. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, and the one guy went like 3 and 14 or something like that. Just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. My legs will comfy like that. So look how when I put this on YouTube, like the first like half hour is just gonna be talking with my friend. My solo queue experience. No one else thought that was a good idea, though. Wait, I gotta bring back up chat. I just saw you said something. This is for my turn. Yeah, true. Could have gotten a sick kill over there. Do we even have any kills yet? do. Don't. Just walk through the splash, damn it. Yeah, bomb sniffer, okay. Of course. I got a splatter shot and I'm fighting a bomb sniffer. Shot for the roller then. I bet that is an angle, I just don't know it. I am starting to think that I'm just going to start doing turf war again for coffees. I've been thinking that for a while, but just every morning goes like this. I never have like an easy time. I always have to deal with... like I haven't left my spawn all game. Probably for about 45 minutes. I haven't won a single game. Actually, I might have won one. I don't know. But look, like the Rainmaker hasn't left the spot. I get a kill and the Rainmaker moves further into base. This isn't fun. To pretend I'm having fun for an hour. For a turf war doesn't matter. Be chill. Yeah, but it's been every day, every morning. So I think I'm just gonna stop doing solo queue on coffees, at least for a little while. Or if I'm like really feeling myself, I'll do it, but... Because I haven't been uploading stuff to YouTube because every morning's just been like me not being able to get out of my base, being frustrated, so I'm not gonna upload that to YouTube because it's not fun for anyone. So I'm gonna do one more and I'm not gonna do a solo queue. For the stages anyway. Urchin, Bluefin, huh? Let's just fucking do something brain dead. What I should have been doing is I should have been running this kind of stuff all the time. Yeah, it's my alt. I don't play solo queue on my main. It's just not fun. I don't want to have to worry about my rank. If we could actually rank squads, I would be all about it. But I'm not gonna let like this determine my rank. It's so stupid. But I mean, I'm sure everybody knows that by now. Though I have gotten a few clips this morning, although I think I like accidentally hit them like 12 times one. I got the same clip a bunch of times. is just way more relaxed. Unfortunately, this is going to be my last game, so you're here a little late. That kill was weird. That kill was also weird. Hello. Jesus. Yeah, it's my last game, I gotta go to work. Right, well, this one I'm definitely gonna put on YouTube, even though I had a little rambling session about how I wasn't having fun. It was still an interesting episode. All said and done, that was pretty fun. I didn't drop any frames, so that's good. I'm still trying to figure out if that's a hardware thing or an internet thing. Because if it's an internet thing, there's not much I can do about it. Because I know that our internet's set up well. Oh my gosh, there is no English speakers. I'm actually gonna host Riptide. He's playing Pokemon right now. There's no English speaking Splatoon players, so if you guys don't want to watch Rip, that's awesome. You know, there's other stuff, but Rip's a cool guy. He's playing a Nintendo game. He's where I get those ugly emotes from and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him a host, and you guys have a nice one.